Hi everyone and welcome to our channel. Today we are going to see one of the C concept, which is nothing but functions concept. As we know, the definition of a function is a function is a group of statements that performs a particular task, right? We will write our statements here, we will name it as a function name, and it will perform some specific task. Whenever we want to use that function or whenever we want to do that task, we call the function and it will give us the result. Okay, the main advantage of using the functions is the reusability concept. Why reusability means, here you can observe, if you want to do a task for a number or for anything, let it be taking some 10 lines. If you want to do the same task for 100 times, it will take how many times? 100 into 10 lines means 1000 lines it will take. Instead, what we'll do means, we will write those 10 lines as one function, and whenever you want to use that 100 times, you just call the function and you just get the result. And by doing like that, we will achieve the reusability concept. Okay, and this is the syntax of the function. It will have the return type, the name of the function, the parameters it take, right? Means the arguments or the values it will take, and it is the processing, means it the statements to be executed, and it returns something to the caller. Okay, now see, we have seen so many built-in functions, right? Printf, scanf. As we seen that, we won't write any code for the built-in functions. We just include the header files, right? Whether it may be standard input output, standard libraries, or the math header, like that we will just include the headers into our code and we can use it, right? In this way, you can also write some user defined functions. You call those functions and make your work easier. Okay, let's see some more details about the functions. As you can see, you can make the functions in 4 ways. Why? Because with return type, with function name and parameters, right? For example, return type is this and parameters is this. First, considering the return type and considering the parameters, it is one way. And taking just the return type and there is no parameters, okay, there is no parameters has passed, it is one way. And it was returning the void, there is no return type, but it was taking some parameters, it is one case. And another case is what, there is no return type, it was returning void, and it is also not taking any parameters. Like this, in these 4 ways you can create the functions. Okay, let's see a simple example of functions. Okay, observe here, my task is to find the sum of digits in a number. Okay, for how many numbers, it may be a big scenario, right? If I take for 3 numbers, I need to write the code for 3 times, right? Now what I'm going to do is, I will write a function to calculate the sum of the digits. Now observe, the function is, it is going to return the integer type, and the name of the function is the sum of digits, and it is going to take an integer argument. Okay, now see how to write the code for it, sum of the digits. First I will take int sum equal to 0, and while the number is greater than 0, first I need to extract the digit, right? Digit equal to x mod 10 means I will get the digit, and I will add that digit to the sum, right? Sum equal to sum plus digit, and I will prepare for the next iteration, my x value, x equal to x by 10. By iterating over this loop, we can find the sum of the digits, which is nothing but, if you take n or x equal to 123, you will extract this digit and you will add to the sum variable, and for the next time you will consider only this much. Okay, now see here, I used a digit variable, right? Digit, and I am going to return the sum variable here. Clear? This function is going to take a parameter and it will return the sum of the digits of a given number. Okay, now here let me take some int a equal to 123, some b equal to 5055, and c equal to some 45674, and some d equal to 656321. Like this, any number of digits I can take, and what I'm going to write is printf the sum of digits. The sum of digits in a is percentage d backslash n, comma, I'm going to call the function. What is the function name? Sum of digits, right? Sum of digits. Inside that I'm passing the parameter as a, which means what? The value of a will be copied into x and the sum of the digits will be calculated and it will be returned here. Now let me do the same scenario. Let me copy and paste it here. One more time, and one more time. Now let me do for everything. For B, I'm going to take and I'm going to pass the variable as B. Similarly for C, I'm going to take as a C. I'm passing the parameter C. Similarly, okay, this is not needed, right? Here, this is for D, okay? D, and the sum of the digits is what? D. Okay, here a bracket is missing. Okay, now clear. Let me save and let me execute here. Okay, what was missing? There's some parsing error happened. Okay, see, observe, hold a minute. Now you can observe. Let me execute, okay? C, right, I need to take A, B, C, D, I am passing as arguments. Now you will get, right, sum of the digits in 123, 6. Sum of the digits in 5055 is 15. Why? 1 plus 2 plus 3. The first one is 6. 5055. 5 plus 0 plus 5 plus 5. 15. 4 plus 5. 9. 9 plus 6. 15. 15 plus 7. 15 plus 7. 20. 20 plus 4. 26. Like this also, right? You can perform sum of digits for any number. The simple scenario is you write a function and call the function whenever you need it. This is the concept of reusability. Okay. Now observe here the results, right? The sum of the digits. In this way, you can write anything as a function and you can use it, you can call it and you can get the results. In this way, practice some other functions, and thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more videos.